Hey everyone, and welcome to the Nature Knowledge Quiz. Are you ready to put your brain to the test and see how much you really know about the incredible world around us?
So, are you a science whiz? Well, let's find out, shall we? You might want to grab a piece of paper and a pencil to keep score, and hey, play along. Let's see how many you can get right. Our first round is coming up right now.
Okay, let's dive right in with round one, food for fuel. This whole round is about how living things, plants, animals, all of them, get the energy they need to go about their day. Ready? Here comes question number one.
First up, what are living things that can make their own food called? A little hint for you. Think about all the green things you see outside. They have a special scientific name. Got an idea? Go ahead and lock it in.
And the answer is producers. Yes, did you get that one? Producers, like plants, are just so cool because they don't have to go hunting for food. They literally produce it themselves. That's 1 point for you if you nailed it.
Okay, so we know what they're called, but how do they actually do it? What's the name of that amazing process they use to make their own food? It's a bit of a big word. Think hard on this one.
You got it. It's photosynthesis. This whole process is kind of like a plant's own secret recipe. It just takes a few simple things, sunlight, water, and some gas from the air, and turns it all into energy. It's wild.
Awesome job so far. Now, if we're sticking with that recipe idea, what exactly are the ingredients? Can you name all three things that a plant absolutely needs for photosynthesis to happen?
And here they are, the three must-haves. Water, which they usually get from the soil, carbon dioxide, a gas that's all around us in the air, and of course, pure energy from the sun's light. A plant needs every single one of these. If you take one away, the whole recipe just doesn't work. Okay, so the plant has cooked up its meal using photosynthesis, but in the process, it releases a gas, kind of like a leftover. What's that gas called? Here's a huge clue. We literally can't live without it.
That's right. It's oxygen. How amazing is that? While plants are just making their lunch, they're also pumping out the very air that we and all the other animals need to breathe to live. So yeah, next time you see a plant, maybe give it a little thank you.
Okay, let's switch gears a little bit. We've talked about the food makers, now let's talk about the food eaters. There are three main types. First up on the list, what is a herbivore? What do you think is on their menu?
If you were thinking plants, you are absolutely right. A herbivore is an animal that eats only plants. You know, like a tall giraffe munching on leaves or a little rabbit nibbling on grass. They're the veggie lovers of the animal kingdom.
Okay, next one. We've done the plant eaters. So, what is an omnivore? What makes them different?
And the answer is they eat a little bit of everything. An omnivore eats both plants and other animals. They're not picky at all. A baboon, for instance, might eat some fruit and roots, but also insects or other small creatures.
All right, last one in this group. We've had the plant eaters and the eat-everything eaters. So what's left? What is a carnivore? What is the only thing on their menu?
You guessed it, a carnivore eats only meat. These are the expert hunters of the animal world, like a super-fast cheetah on the chase or a powerful lion. They get all their energy from catching and eating other animals.
Wow, fantastic job on that first round. How are you doing on points? Hope you're keeping track. Now it's time for round two, the energy chain. This is where we're going to see how all that food and energy gets passed around from one living thing to another.
Okay, kicking off round two. You've probably heard the term food chain a million times, but what does it actually describe? What's it really showing us?
So a food chain is basically a map that shows how energy moves from one living thing to another. It's like a straight line. Energy starts with the plant, then it moves to an animal that eats the plant, and then to an animal that eats that animal. It's all about who eats who.
Right, so the food chain shows where the energy goes. But where does it all start? What is the one single source of almost all the energy for every single food chain on our planet?
It's the sun. Yep, that big star in our sky. Almost all of the energy in any ecosystem starts as sunlight. The sun gives plants the power they need to make food, which kicks off the entire chain. Just think about it. No sun, no plants. And no plants means no food chain. It really all starts right there.
Okay, this is it, the last question of our quiz. Now, in the real world, things are rarely a simple straight line, right? A fox doesn't just eat rabbits, it might eat berries and mice too. So what do we call it when a whole bunch of different food chains get all linked and tangled up together?
And the grand finale answer is a food web.
A food web is just a way more realistic picture of what's happening out there in nature. Instead of one little chain, it's this huge, messy, interconnected web that shows how just about everything is connected.
And that's a wrap. How'd you do? Go ahead and count up your score. But you know what? No matter how many you got right, you definitely learned some awesome stuff today. We saw how producers make their own food through photosynthesis, we met the plant-eating herbivores, the meat-eating carnivores, and the eat-everything omnivores. And we learned how they all connect in food chains and those big, complicated food webs, all powered by the sun. Great job today. Now here's something to think about. What did you have for lunch today? Can you trace it back through its food chain all the way to the sun? Pretty cool, huh? Thanks for playing.